channel. I am Christina Artistry, and today I'm going to show you guys how to recreate JLo's Oscar look from Sunday night. Scott Barnes did an amazing job with her makeup, as he always does. And of course I had to recreate it because I saw it all over my Instagram feed, all over the blog sites, and I just felt like, how could I not? So if you guys want to learn how to get this look, just keep watching. Okay, so to start off, I went ahead and I pinned my hair back. I needed it out of my face, and JLo's hair was old Hollywood, not necessarily curls, but she had a little bit of a wave to it. Since my hair is short, I'm kind of hoping for the best here. This is the first time I've kind of done these kind of curls with my short hair, so we're gonna see how this turns out later. But I have hope. So to start off, I love JLo's makeup for the Oscars the other day on Sunday. Scott Barnes did an amazing job, as he always does, and they went behind the scenes and they pretty much recorded how her whole glam process, how she got dressed, how she picked her look and everything. I noticed that Scott Barnes starts with his face first. Well, her face first. I normally do my makeup and I do everything reverse, and especially on my clients, I do their eyes first and then I do the face. I'm going to attempt here to do face first and then do the eyes. So wish me luck. This is gonna be on camera. I have not done my makeup this way in years. I don't know how he does it, but especially with a smoky eye, but we're gonna do it. If he could do it, I could do it. I'm gonna believe in myself. I can do this. I can do this. Perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my face. So JLo is pretty much known for having really glowy, dewy skin. So I'm gonna obviously start with my strobe cream in Peach Light by MAC. And I'm just gonna put a good amount all over my face. I went ahead and I did my eyebrows off camera because I pretty much just did exactly what I did in my tutorial that I gave you guys last week. So if you guys wanna learn how to get my eyebrows, just go watch that video. Yeah, she has a pretty full coverage foundation on, but I don't really own a full coverage foundation. I own a medium to full, which is my Makeup Forever foundation. Apply that all over my face. And I like to apply it with a little brush, and then I buff it out with my Real Techniques brush. As to why I do it this way, I don't know. I just like it. I don't like to dip the entire brush into the product. I don't know, I'm weird. I like it this way. So I'm gonna go ahead and start building up the coverage. I'm gonna tap into my inner JLo. It's incredible that she is almost 50 years old and she looks the way that she does. I mean, I hope I look like that when I get to be 50. I mean, I think I will. I mean, I don't know if I'll look like that, but I'll definitely look young. Right now, when I don't have makeup on and I go to get my nails done and stuff, like, I've actually had a nail technician ask me if I'm excited to go into high school. I don't know if she was trying to be nice and get a good tip, but it worked. It worked. Next, I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty concealers. I actually use two different tones because I feel like there's not necessarily a tone exactly my color, so I like to mix them. Ahead with the darker one, which is 220. And I'm going to just apply this all under my eye because she's heavily highlighted and contoured, so I'm gonna do the same because we do like Scott Barnes and JLo all the way. And I'm gonna layer the lighter one right on top. I don't know, I like this mix together. It works for me. The lighter one is 170. Super big contrast, but I like it. I like how it looks. I like it like that. I'm gonna go ahead with a blending brush and I'm just gonna blend that whole situation out from under my eyes. I'm probably also going to switch from this smaller Real Technique brush and the bigger one, which is 200, and I believe the smaller one is 310. So I like to kind of swap in between. I like the smaller one. I love to buff in right into the smaller area, but then I use the bigger one to kind of buff it in with the edges so that it's a seamless transition. So I like to kind of bring this up because I will be putting concealer here anyways, and I like to just take that darkness out from the inner corner. Sometimes I forget, so I like to do it while I'm doing it now. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to highlight my nose because she has it pretty highlighted and contoured, so I'm gonna do the same. And what I do here is I kind of alternate in between my little dots, the two different tones. You could probably just do this with the one tone, but you know, I have to go the extra step in this situation. And I actually kind of do this with the bigger foundation brush I don't know. I just like to. There's not really a real reason as to why I do it this way, because you would think that I'd want it concentrated on the center, but I don't know. I like to do it this way. So next I'm going to use my RCMA palette in VK11, and I'm going to use the tone SH8, which is this little guy right here, which is the pretty darkest tan tone there. And I'm going to dip it in with a flat brush, and I'm going to go ahead and start contouring my face. She has a pretty bronze contour, so that's why I chose this color. And yeah, I'm pretty much following the picture that they posted online of her contour. She was pretty bronzed up on her forehead, her cheekbones. So then I'm gonna buff it out with the same foundation brush. And I'm doing this in a circular motion and up. Circular and up motion. Now here I like to kind of pat it in, and I bring it down so that it blends into the center of my face. And I also like to get it into that hairline, because there's nothing worse than when you look at the forehead and it's like, whoa. So then I kind of like to bring it, the foundation brush, into the center so it's not, so there's just seamless lines and you don't have like a helmet head. So now that I did the first layer of my contour, because that's just the first layer, guys. The first, tapping it, I just didn't want that to tap all over me. Just tap off the excess, and I'm, ooh, okay, that wasn't as light as I thought, so I'm gonna buff that out. So the reason that I'm just doing a light layer of the powder is so that none of the powder stuff that I'm about to put on top of all of this gets stuck to that cream. So I want it to blend easy, and the way to do that is by putting a thin layer of translucent powder in between the cream products and your powder products. With that same powder brush, I'm gonna use my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Tan, and I'm going to pretty much bronze the top of my forehead, pretty much the same areas that you already contoured before. JLO is known for that bronzy look, so of course we're gonna go for that bronzy look. Morphe M433 brush, which is pretty much like the 217 brush by MAC. And I'm gonna go ahead and dip that into the dark tan again. And I'm gonna contour my nose a bit. I personally don't like to contour my nose with cream, so that's why I didn't do it with the creams, but you could definitely do that. After that, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Sculpt and Contour palette by MAC in the light to medium, and I'm gonna pick between the two lighter shades, and I'm gonna go ahead and just intensify the contour. And I really like these shades because they're ashy, so it gives you like a pretty realistic contour. Next, I'm gonna take my 402 palette from Real Techniques, and I'm gonna dip it again into those two ashier contour colors. Next, I'm going to take my Real Techniques brush and I'm going to spritz a little bit of Fix Plus onto it. Oh, and that whole time I wasn't recording, so I just baked my face. Pretty much I used a damp beauty blender with a little bit of my RCMA powder, and I went under my eyes just to make sure that there was no fallout from the smoky eye that I'm about to do onto my face. I can't believe that wasn't recording. And then I wanted to carve and intensify that contour a little bit more because I know Scott Barnes did that for JLO, and that's why I did that. Wow, I can't believe I just did that. Okay. So I'm gonna look a little crazy for the remainder of the video, just so you guys know. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and take my concealer and I'm gonna apply it to the entire eye, and I'm just gonna buff this out with that concealer brush. This is just to remove any pigmentation that I might have, any darkness on my lid, so that all the eyeshadows really pop and can really stand out. I'm gonna take my trusty 224 brush by MAC, and I'm going to take a little bit of that translucent powder again and really tapping off the excess. You guys can't see that, I'm tapping it off. And I'm putting a little bit of translucent powder all over the lid because just like the face, I don't want my eyeshadows to stick to the wet concealer. So for this look, I'm actually going to be using an oldie but a goodie. I'm going to be using my Lorac Pro palette. I haven't used this baby in a long time and I used to love it. Start off, I'm going to tap into taupe here, and I'm using the same brush, the 224, and I'm tapping off the excess. And I'm going to go ahead and just buff this into the crease area, kind of mapping out our crease situation and giving it a little bit of an ashy transition at first. So now I'm going to tap into that brown script. And the reason I used the two colors was because I think one is too warm and one is too ashy, and the combination of the two really works well. and I'm creating the shape upwards and out, up and out. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab a little bit of Sable, which is a dark brown, and I'm just going to concentrate this on the outer part of my eye and start building up the darkness. I'm gonna take black with my bullet brush, and I'm just gonna dip that in there, and I'm gonna make sure to tap off the excess because this has a lot of fallout and I don't want it all over my eye. Just building up the color. More on the outer part of my eye and into the lid, but really it's the outer parts of my eye. Then I'm using the 224 to blend it. Well, now I'm gonna take this color Pewter, this color Pewter with my flat brush. And to intensify it, I'm gonna take a little bit of my Fix Plus, spray that baby, and I'm gonna layer this onto my lid. Then I'm gonna take a little bit of gold from the same palette, and I'm just gonna layer a little bit, yeah, there we go. A little bit of gold right on top. Oof. Yeah, that's what it needed. So I'm gonna go ahead in with my Kat Von D tattoo liner, and I'm gonna do a really, really faint line, because this is literally just to give me a little definition when I lay the lashes down. Next, I'm going to use my Voluminous Carbon Mascara by L'Oreal, and I'm just going to apply it all over my eyelashes. Then I'm going to apply some lashes, which I probably won't do on camera. I love it, love it, love it, love it. And I'm going to take a little bit of cream, and I'm very, very lightly, I'm tapping that off. Put a little bit right under my brow to mesh everything together so it just doesn't look like empty, you know. This is my Master Precise Skinny eyeliner, and I really, really love this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it all under my waterline, and I'm also gonna drag a little bit of it down beneath the waterline. They love to smoke out the under eye, so I'm gonna bring it all the way down. I'm gonna take my e.l.f. liner brush, and so pretty much I just smoke it a little bit with no product on it, and I kind of smoke it up, you know, with my 217 from MAC, and I'm gonna take a little bit of brown script. I'm just gonna smoke out the bottom, so literally underneath what I just did with the black of Sable from the Lorac palette, and I'm gonna do the same thing. So I'm just blending it all together, so it's like a melting pot of colors under there. This is looking way better than yesterday. Way better. A little bit of the yellow middle tone, I don't know what it's called, but I'm going to tap a little bit on the pinky tone, and I'm tapping it off, and I'm going to literally just start rubbing away the RC Make powder. It's giving us a nice highlight underneath, giving us some cheekbones, some beautifulness. I cannot believe that I actually succeeded at not getting that fallout all over my face. I'm really proud of myself right now. It has been years, people, years since I've done my makeup this way. And I shouldn't be that shocked. I am a professional makeup artist, but because I really do always do, even for my clients, I always do eyes first. I don't know, it's easier for me. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take my Sephora Blush and Contour palette. So I'm using the golden one, which doesn't have a name, so it's this guy right here. Oof, oof, that's pretty. Also gonna tap into this middle one because her blush was pretty bronzy. Guys, I cannot stress how much prettier this is than yesterday. Yesterday I had a hot mess. You know, like when you get those one days where like your makeup just doesn't look right, and no matter what you try, you're like, oh my god, why? Not today, not today, honey. Scott's favorite part, JLo's favorite part, everyone. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my MAC Oh Darling, and I'm going to load up the brush, and of course spritz a little bit of my Fix Plus to this situation, and I'm going to drown myself pretty much in highlight. Maybe I went a little too far. I probably shouldn't have. I gotta blend that. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. Just blend your life away. Oof, oof, oof. I'm a little nervous because this is where I messed up yesterday really bad. Aside from everything else that I messed up, I definitely messed up the lip, and that's why I just couldn't upload. It just did not look good. And this is in the color Most Natural. She overdraws her lip, so I'm gonna overdraw slightly. And then I'm gonna fill in the whole lip. I'm not gonna do, again, the mistake. This is already looking so much better. Okay, so I'm gonna use these two lip glosses by Kylie, which is So Cute and Literally. So first I'm gonna go ahead with Literally, which is a little darker. You guys won't even appreciate this as much because yesterday it was a hot mess. Hot mess. Was ugly. Oh my God, what was I thinking? So then I'm gonna top a little bit of So Cute, and the reason I'm doing that is because it's kind of like an ombre almost, so the outer part of her lip was pretty dark as the center was lighter. Yeah, so much better. So much better. I'm gonna spray myself. Alright guys, that is it for this tutorial. I hope you guys liked it. I hope I did Scott Barnes and JLO justice with this Oscar replica. Yeah, so if you guys liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and until next time.